What's up folks, Ike here, and it's time for an unboxing. Today we're going to be unboxing a Mackie DL32s mixing system, digital mixing system. This is kind of a new product, the new series of digital mixers from Mackie. Back in the old days, you used to have to carry a big mixer and a huge snake to do sound, but those days have come and gone. Now, with these new technologies that are out there, you can actually mix a show, you can mix your band digitally, nicely, with one of these digital mixers. This one is the DL32s, which is a 32 channel mixer. They double boxed it nicely. This is just an unboxing and a first look at this thing. I'm sure you guys have gone to some shows where you were looking at the guy doing sound for a band, and he'd usually be sitting in the back with a bunch of wires, like this giant snake that's running across the room to his mixing board with a big rack of amplifiers and all this other mixing gear that he'd have to carry around with him. Oh, it comes with rack mounts. Cool. That's what they look like. It looks like rack mounts, which is definitely a plus. It's rack mountable now. I thought the Mackie 32R was the one that was rack mountable, and this one was the unrack mountable version, but it looks like it comes with rack mounts. Great. This is a standard IEC plug for power, very common cable, which I like in case you lose your cable. Very easy to replace. And there it is. Desiccant. Do not eat this. Do not eat it. Basically, it's just a box. Everything is in the box. All the processing, all the inputs and outputs are right here. You have 32 inputs and 8 buses. 32 inputs, 8 buses. This looks like a nice little carrying handle. What you do is you would control this with your Android or Apple device. Got a little headphone output, external control, Ethernet cable, USB interface. Basically, that's it. Gone are the days of carrying all those big mixers and running all those snakes. Now you could do it the new school style. Technology has caught up and helped the sound guy. Mackie 32, the DL32s. So the beauty of these modern mixing devices is you could mix pretty much anywhere in the room with your Apple iOS device, your iPad, your Android device. But it comes with a program that goes with this. You could actually download the program without buying the unit. The program is a free download, so you can check it out, check out all the features. It's called the Mackie Master Fader. I think they're up to version 5.1. And you're gonna need a newer Android device and a newer Apple device because it's basically supported by the newest devices. There's been alleged issues with the older ones, the older iPads and the older Android devices. I think it's Android 6.0 and above, and with you have to get the latest Apple software as well as Windows 10, and I think it also works on Linux. I'm not sure about that. Alright, so here's the little antenna for it. Take a good look at it. Let me get a close-up look at it. You got a master bus right over here. You got auxiliary buses right here, which come in handy. You have 8 buses where you can actually hook up a monitoring system, or if the band has a bunch of in-ear monitors, you can hook them up to these buses. And you could also attach up to 20 devices onto this. So every band member could actually have their own mix. That's what's special about this DL32s. And it looks like the 16 inputs are regular XLR inputs, and there's 16 inputs that are combination jacks that can be either XLR or a 1/4 inch. So far so good. It looks like a well-rounded device. I'm gonna plug this in and put it through its paces, or just basically see if it powers on right. So that's all. So here we go. Just to let you guys know, I did pick this up from kpodj.com. Better deals without the hassle. KPO DJ, they hooked me up. If you guys want to buy any kind of gear, give them a call. kpodj.com, go on their website. All right, just turned it on. This is the Master Fader program that Mackie has designed for this unit, Master Fader 5.1. And just to let you know, this is an Android device. This is only like an $80 pad right here. It's not really an expensive pad. I'm going to see how it works with this really cheap pad. This is Digiland. It's a generic Android device. Alright folks, got everything plugged in. It took like an hour to get this thing going. We had to do a firmware update, and we had trouble connecting it to the devices, and there's a whole bunch of technical stuff that you have to deal with in the beginning. But right now, it looks like we got it going. Right there, you're hearing my vocal through this, going to a speaker, and with some cathedral reverb on it. It seems to sound kind of crisp, doesn't it? There's no noise. Ping pong delay. FX1, FX1. There we go, there we go. Ping pong delay. Yeah, cool. Yeah, there's no noise. It's nice and clean. So far, so good as far as the sound quality goes. The ping pong delay. Let me go back to the FX. Let's see if we can get it to feedback. No feedback destroyer in this thing, huh? Yeah, so it's really cool. It's got a really comprehensive effect panel. Right now, you're hearing ping pong delay. Right. Ambience reverb. Yeah. What's that? That's serious compression right there, huh? Whoa, 1, 2. Yep. Sweet filter. Let me see. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There you go. There's the LFO filter. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's treating mag. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, 1, 2. Check, check. Yeah, it sounds very clean. You turn it down, or I have to turn back up on here. What's up? Check, 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 check. We're like playing Connect 4. You sank my battleship. Yeah, so we got 2 devices hooked up to it. I'm making some mixing changes here. 1, 2, check, check, 1, 2. So you have 2 people making changes simultaneously in the program. And you can connect up to 20 devices to this thing, which is cool. Once you get it working, I think it's a pretty cool thing. But until you get it working, it's a freaking pain in the ass. All right, 1, 2, check, check, 1, 2, dynamics, 1, 2. Let me take off that filter thing.
Go ahead.
Because I don't think you're hearing the right dynamics with the effects on.
I'm not. That's.
There you go. Now it's dry. So you can hook up devices on, but you got some filtering going on right now. You hear it? I don't think it's from me.
It's a parabolic. I'm trying to.
Oh, the parabolic EQ. Okay.
I'm trying to get the squeaks out and the bad noises out.
1, 2, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. It sounds pretty clear. There's a little rumble. You gotta do a low cut.
All right, hang on. Go
cut
ahead.
The lows, man. 1, 2, check, check. 1, 2. Low cut filter. Low cut. Low cut. Cut it down to like 120 hertz. 120 hertz. And I'm kind of eating the microphone, so I think that makes a difference.
Yeah.
If I was over here, it would probably be better. 1, 2. Plosives. The dynamics should just be like remove sibilants. Boom, cha, boom, 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 boom.
They got a bright. They got a.
1, 2, check, check. That sounds pretty thick. You know what? I want to find out what will happen if you were to shut off both devices that are controlling it. Would it just stay where it is? That way, you know that like once you're done with your mix, you could just shut it off, right? Should I just hit the power button? Boom, right there.
No.
That's like the rude awakening. Disconnect them both, and let's see what happens.
They're gone.
They're both gone, and you can still hear it. What if I shut it off and turn it back on? And then maybe it'll keep its settings?
I think it does.
That'd be great, because that way, God forbid, you have to be like readjusting everything every time the thing shuts off, or if there's like a power outage.
Right, like it blew a fuse.
1, 2.
Blinking.
Then it's the same. It's blinking, so there's nothing connected to it, but it just remembered the settings.
Correct.
That's fantastic.
There's nothing on there, so now.
But the compression that you put on, I still hear it. You put compression on it, so I hear the compression.
Now I'm bringing it back up to see if I could still see that setting.
Okay, cool. Well, the faders are still there, so I would imagine everything would be the same because I got volume coming out.
Yeah.
I would imagine all the other settings would be the same too, like the compression and all that stuff. I could hear the compression actually.
Popped it right back up. All the settings just automatically came back.
Everything back to where it was.
To where it was. Even the levels and everything, it just instantly went back up.
That's cool. So you go in there, you do your sound check, everything is set, and then you don't touch it until you need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And if worst case scenario, if something disastrous happens, your show is still going. If you lose connectivity.
Well, folks, there you have it. The Mackie DL32s. It was a bit of a pain in the ass getting it going, but once you get it going, it works pretty well so far. Knock on wood.
It is wood.
It's working. Looks like this Mackie DL32s. We got it going. We're going to run through it and check out some stuff and get acquainted with the software. Thank you for watching. I'll smell you later.